Good afternoon and welcome to Newswatch Ole Miss. I'm Alexia Andercheck.
And I'm Margaret Turner. We have a packed show for you tonight, starting off with a new food option available on campus and a look into the history of Ole Miss mascots.
And later on, we have a national news update you will not want to miss.
Now, this warm weather is nice, but I'm honestly really ready to see some cooler temperatures.
I couldn't agree more. I am ready to say goodbye to summer and pull out all my fall sweaters.
Well, let's check in with our weather anchor, Mackenzie Cox, to see what's going on outside.
Good evening, Rebels. It's currently 86 degrees outside and a beautiful day on campus. It'll only be getting warmer this week. Stay tuned for the latest in news and weather.
Many students know the struggle of not being able to find a late-night bite on campus.
Well, a new food truck called Munchies is now located in the Crosby parking lot. It was created by two Ole Miss students who understand an issue we as students know all too well.
Newswatch reporters Tyra Walton and Turner Brown have all the details on this new food truck.
At the University of Mississippi, students are offered not only just an education, but they also have the ability to gain experience in their desired fields on campus.
We talked with two students, Brett Doherty and McLean Shields, who opened a food truck called Munchies Chicken and Waffles. Their goal is to provide a late-night meal to students who want to satisfy their hunger.
We basically started off, and as being students last year, we realized that after 8 p.m. there's no food open, and we wanted to provide something for this year's freshmen and even some upperclassmen living on campus to get food after 8 p.m., and we saw it as a great business opportunity as well. We went with the Center of Innovation and Entrepreneurship at Ole Miss, and they really helped us basically just put the whole business plan together and actually get this thing on the road.
We also talked with a student customer about their thoughts on Munchies, but also the opportunity for entrepreneurship and diverse foods on campus.
I haven't had many of the food trucks yet because I'm a little bit of a picky eater, but I think it's great for all like the diversity of food that we can have here on each trip. Just about like the entire thing about Munchies is that they're open from 9 to 1 in the like they're like the only late night spot, and I usually get hungry only at like late at night. So like it's like the perfect spot for me to just if I'm ever hungry, just come down here, and then it's quick and easy.
If you are a student who experiences late-night hunger, be sure to check out Munchies Chicken and Waffles in the Crosby parking lot. Open Tuesday through Sunday with hours varying each day. For more information on Munchies, follow their Instagram at munchies.oxford.
We like to have baseball games on here. We have a TV out, so we have baseball games at night, highlights. We like to bump some music. We have lights. It's a good time. It's a whole experience.
From Munchies Chicken and Waffles, I'm Turner Brown.
And I'm Tyra Walton. This is Newswatch Ole Miss.
This Wednesday at 11 a.m., you can find me along with other Ole Miss students at the Union Plaza, where you can have the opportunity to pet a puppy. This opportunity to de-stress and play with precious puppies was organized by Active Minds in partnership with Public Health Student Association to raise awareness for National Suicide Prevention Day. This event will also offer the chance to explore mental health resources and for students to talk with other student leaders about mental health.
Last week, the Lafayette County Board of Supervisors tabled a discussion on a new ordinance that will put new regulations on public events. This ordinance will not affect events like family gatherings and Super Bowl parties. However, it will affect events that utilize county resources to make a profit. This proposal was met with concerns from Lafayette County residents, and discussion has been tabled until more information is available.
This Thursday marks the 24 years since the tragic events of 9/11. On Saturday morning, firefighters joined the community members of Oxford to climb the equivalence of 110 stories in the Vaught Hemingway Stadium. The 110 stories represents the height of one of the World Trade Centers to honor the sacrifice first responders made on 9/11-2001. Community volunteers were given a name and picture of a fallen first responder to remember during their climb. This touching act by the community and local first responders shows the exhausting experience first responders went through on that tragic day.
There's a new student health center now open, and it will have dedicated women's health services. That's right, there will now be 2 locations. There will be, of course, their center on the main campus, and now the new center on South Lamar. This new clinic will offer the same services found at the main campus location, as well as now offering women's care in areas such as GYN care, IUD placement and removal, annual exams, and health education.
Well, it is the most wonderful time of the year, football season, obviously.
I couldn't agree more. And to get in the spirit of the season, Newswatch reporter Sarah Cox has a look back at the history of the Ole Miss mascots.
The University of Mississippi, more commonly known as Ole Miss, home of the
Rebel, the Land Sharks, Colonel Reb.
So what is our mascot? That's the big question. For decades, Ole Miss has cycled through multiple mascots, each carrying its own controversy and legacy. Between 2003 and 2010, the university went without an official mascot altogether. Though Colonel Reb isn't the official mascot anymore, he is still seen walking around campus and in the Grove on game days.
current journalism professor, prior student, also has thoughts on the subject.
Hi, I'm Ellen Meacham, and my name is spelled M-E-A-C-H-A-M. A lot of the symbols that we had in the past were interfering with the very mission of the university. They made it harder for us to recruit the best faculty. They made it harder to recruit the best students. It made it harder to recruit the best athletes. They were just fundamentally sending the wrong message.
Those politics didn't just play out on campus. They shaped how people outside viewed the university. Rebel the Black Bear won the 2010 vote but never gained the same acceptance as Colonel Reb. In 2017, the university announced the Land Shark would replace the bear, making Tony the Land Shark the current official mascot. For decades, Ole Miss has cycled through multiple mascots, each carrying its own controversy and legacy. Between 2003 and 2010, the university went without an official mascot altogether. Though Colonel Reb isn't the official mascot anymore, he is still seen walking around campus and in the Grove on game days. From the Flood in 1929 to Rebels in 1936 to Tony the Land Shark today, Ole Miss mascots have always been more than just a game day symbol. They've reflected the university's identity, history, and ongoing debate over tradition and progress.
Well, just like that Ole Miss Black Bear mascot, I'm hoping to hibernate tonight. So what can we expect tonight's conditions to look like?
Well, I guess you're in luck. It's going to be significantly cooler tonight than it has been for the rest of the day, but we will be back to those warmer temperatures by the end of the week. We'll be right back with more in weather.
Are you looking for more in this world? Are you driven by purpose? Then we are looking for you, the big-hearted, the bold, the change makers. We are the Peace Corps. With volunteers in more than 60 countries, we join hands with communities, live together, work together, transform lives, and serve boldly together. Are you ready to go the distance to make a difference? Then we have a place where you belong. Join us.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Learn to cough and sneeze with your pal Grover. Step 1. Realize you're about to sneeze. Step 2. Move your elbow toward your nose and mouth. Step 3. Gesundheit. 1, 2, 3. Remember to cough and sneeze into your arm or elbow and not your hands.
Right! No! Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything! Yes, I was! Yes, no!
Good evening, Rebels, and welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. It's been a beautiful day here on the Ole Miss campus. As you can see, 86 degrees, starting to feel like summer again, even though we're into September. Sunny skies and not a chance of rain or precipitation in sight makes for a really easy walk to those classes. It's been a similar day all across North Mississippi. That'll stay with me. You can see our highest 87 in South Haven, and we're sitting right about in the middle here, which is where we want to be, again, with little cloud coverage to make any difference in those numbers. Tonight it is going to be a lot cooler, so you can see we're dipping back down to the low 60s, but we'll have clear skies and again, no chance of rain, so if you have outdoor plans this evening, you should be good to go. It's going to be similar throughout the week, but you'll notice that we're really experiencing an uptick in those temperatures, which is unusual for this time of year. We'll be at 90 tomorrow, so almost like we're back in August, but mostly sunny skies and again, no chance of rain. So even if you're not a fan of the hot temperatures, at least you have something to look forward to. And it's going to be at almost 90 all across the region tomorrow, our lowest 89 and then 92 in South Haven. And when you're above that 90 threshold, even just 1 degree makes a big difference. You can see here we have some information from the National Weather Service in Memphis about the increase in these temperatures. It's unseasonal for this kind of year, but we will see that temperatures from the 9th through the 19th of September are pretty much going to be increasing steadily. And finally, we might get some relief around mid-September. So that's just something to keep in mind as you continue to make plans and as we look towards the game day season. Taking a look at our 5-day forecast, you can see we're going to be ending even warmer than we started, but low chance of storms and rain throughout the week, coming out to what should be a relatively nice weekend.
You know, I love seeing the warm
temperatures, but we talked about it earlier. I'm just sick and tired of having to wear shorts every day. I want to wear sweaters.
Time to switch it up.
I'm ready for a sweatshirt. I'm ready for a sweatshirt.
I couldn't agree more, but the only thing that I want it to stay hot in is sports. So can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great weekend. We're talking all things from fields to courses, a weekend packed with wins, awards, and yes, even field rushes. All of this and more coming up. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back.
Waterfall made of fire. Goats that defy gravity. A turning point in history. A palace carved out of clay. The place where we grew wings. A thunderstorm beneath your feet. An eternal torch and an enduring dream. National parks are extraordinary. So is the support you give them.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Each year, hurricanes and major flooding threaten cities, towns, and rural homes across the Gulf states. So chances are there will be more storms and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
Whoa. For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss. With Sports Watch, I'm Evan Huggins. Ladies and gentlemen, we were reminded that revenge is sweet as Ole Miss beats Kentucky in Lexington 30-23. Kicker Lucas Canero has been a huge asset to the Rebels and was just named SEC Co-Special Teams Player of the Week. The Western Kentucky transfer has already made a huge splash in his first 2 games. Canero went 3 for 4 on field goals and 3 for 3 on PATs against Kentucky, and is 5 for 6 on field goals and a perfect 10 for 10 on PATs for the season. The 17th ranked Rebels welcome Arkansas to the Vaught for a 6 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. Keeping it on the field. All Ole Miss students and fans need to listen up. Keeping the tradition alive, we need to stripe out the Vaught as we host Arkansas this weekend. This annual tradition takes our state-of-the-art stadium into a piece of art as Rebel fans each wear their respective seating colors. Make sure you go to Ole Miss Sports/Stripe the Vaught to figure out if you are wearing red or powder blue while supporting Lane Kiffin and the Rebels. All students in the student section wear powder blue to cheer as loud as possible as Ole Miss looks to head into a 3-0 record, defeating the Razorbacks. Over on the links, Michael Lasasso and the USA golf team take it to the Great Britain team, winning 17-9, proving that USA really is the better country. In the 50th edition of the Walker Cup, Team USA scored an 8.5 out of the possible 10 points after the two teams split into their morning foursome session. Team USA trailed by a point going into the lunch break. Since 2009, when the Walker Cup expanded to 10 Sunday single matches, Team USA had the largest margin of victory in a final session. Team USA continues their dominance as this is their 5th consecutive Walker Cup win. The next Walker Cup will take place in 2026 in the Republic of Ireland at the Lannick Golf Club, as we hope Team USA gets their 6th consecutive Walker Cup win. Keeping it on the course, the 20th ranked Ole Miss women's golf team takes home the gold as they win their 2nd consecutive Cougar Classic. Kaisai Lodes led the team, shooting 10 under par over the tournament. Way better than I know I can do. The sophomore set a new best finish and a new career low for 54 holes. This is now the 6th time in the program, in the history of Ole Miss's program, we've won back-to-back tournaments, with 4 of those coming under the head coach, Corey Hanks. As Ole Miss returns home with their shite and briny hardware, they prepare for the Canadian Collegiate Invitational, which is going on September 22nd through the 23rd. Finally, it was not all sunshine and rainbows for the Cowbell boys down south after their huge upset win over 12th-ranked Arizona State. After the Sun Devil upset, Mississippi State fans rushed the field and violated a newly enhanced SEC rule. The SEC banned fans from rushing the field for the safety of all participants, including the players, the coaches, and yes, the fans. Mississippi State will receive a hefty fine of $500,000. Look, I know we all hope for many big wins this season, including LSU and Florida, but when you're at the Vaught, make sure to stay off the field, Rebel Faithful. That's all I have for sports. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for more sports updates. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Evan.
Well, after this short break, we have a national news update.
And Newswatch reporter Hallie Reeves has all the details on crime happening here in Lafayette County. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back.
I got you.
Oh, yeah, I got him.
That stupid controller froze again.
You're only saying that because you're losing.
Bet you bought the cheap one.
My controller is junk too. Is this even real?
You're spending less, so...
Yeah? We'll just buy it again?
Smart kids.
Who are you?
Or what are you?
Hey, I was wondering if you guys wanted any... OMG, it's McGruff.
Yes, I am.
He's not my Uncle McGruff, the crime dog. He's an imposter. He's a fake.
I am McGruff, the crime dog. He is the fake. And so is that controller you're holding. It's gonna break. And that, Pops...
could blow up in your face.
That's right, Scruff. Let's take a bite out of crime together and protect ourselves against fakes. Like him.
Who says you're not the fake?
Dude, you're literally missing an arm.
You are smart kids. You're smart. Buy smart.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Out there, radar land, you're listening to this station in the city. Morning, noon, night, all your radio stands here.
I'm really tight with my friends. We do everything together. And whatever happens, they look out for me.
fentanyl is the leading cause of death for teens across the nation. Newswatch reporter Hallie Reeves talked to local law enforcement on how they manage this deadly threat within Lafayette County.
For Americans 18 to 45, the biggest leading cause of death is fentanyl overdose, and this is no exception to the Oxford community. Sheriff Scott Mills said people die every year in Lafayette County from fentanyl.
Several overdose deaths a year, ranging in older age to very young people. So it's a terrible thing. Some overdoses both in the local community, the college community, young, old, black, white. It's just affecting across the spectrum.
Executive Director of CommuCare Melody Madaris said one of the biggest dangers they've been seeing is the increase in overdosing.
Sure that people have access to Narcan, but I don't know that enough people have access to Narcan. So that seems to be, has been and continues to be one of the biggest dangers of the substance use trends right now.
If you were to buy cocaine on the market, this size right here is about what you would get, and just the size of my fingertip is how much fentanyl could kill you. 6 days ago, the Lafayette County Sheriff's Office spearheaded a roundup. The agency served 42 arrest warrants for people who had allegedly committed drug violations and other felony crimes. This effort has helped clean up the streets of Oxford, but fighting fentanyl will always continue to be a battle.
Keep bad guys on their toes. It tends to come from Mexico. It's plentiful and it's cheap.
I'm Hallie Reeves, Newswatch Ole Miss.
News. Let's hand it over to Alexia Anderchek for your local or national news update.
Thank you, Margaret. The House Oversight Committee released Jeffrey Epstein estate documents on Monday, including a note with President Trump's name from Epstein's 50th birthday book. Trump denies writing the letter and is suing the Wall Street Journal for defamation over their reporting on the document. The committee also released Epstein's will, address book, and his 2007 non-prosecution agreement as part of their ongoing investigation. This investigation into Epstein's connections and activities remain open, with one more document release expected in the future. And Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that Israel has accepted a U.S. ceasefire proposal for Gaza, claiming that the war could end immediately if Hamas agrees. Here's what he had to say.
President Trump's proposal is accepted, the war can end immediately. We can begin once again to pursue the expansion of peace in our region for the benefit of all. But I want to close by directing my words to the people of Gaza. Don't be derailed by these murderous terrorists, by these killers. They don't care a hoot about you.
This announcement comes as Israel struck Qatar for the first time today, which now potentially damages the only active diplomatic channel for Gaza peace talks. And tensions are rising between the U.S. and South Korea after a major immigration raid. Around 300 South Korean nationals were detained last week when ICE raided a Hyundai plant in Georgia. South Korea's foreign minister is in Washington today for urgent diplomatic talks over the incident. Korean Air, it says that it could begin flying the detainees home tomorrow. The raids have sparked outrage in South Korea, where businesses have invested billions in U.S. operations. This diplomatic fallout may now impact future South Korean business relations with America. And American manufacturing is losing jobs as trade tensions take their toll on the economy. Manufacturing employment has declined for 4 straight months, according to the latest jobs report, with the U.S. manufacturing industry losing 78,000 jobs compared to a year ago. Industries most exposed to tariffs, including manufacturing, construction, and transportation, began losing jobs after President Trump's trade war started this spring. Economists say that this decline shows how trade policies are directly affecting American workers and the broader economy, and now raises questions as to whether this trade war is delivering the promised benefits to American manufacturing. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back after this short break.
Uh-oh, young Tommy is smoking a cigarette, creating his own smog cloud. Tommy's up to bat. Tommy smokes because he thinks it makes him look grown up. But watch what smoking does for him. that coughing is one thing. It keeps him from playing his best. You're out! Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up. It makes you a loser.
Everybody clunks. But not enough people click. And no matter how good they are at handling their cars, or how well they know the road, everybody's equally likely to get involved in an accident. And without a seatbelt, you're twice as likely to be killed or seriously injured. So don't just be a clunker. Clunk, click.
Find out how to use an awkward silence to help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Legacy isn't just about where you're from, it's about where you're going. So where are you going?
I'm going to be the first in my family to graduate.
I'm going to make a difference.
Just like my granddad.
I'm going to make the bestseller list.
And I'm going to help him get there.
I'm going to win a championship.
Again! I'm going to lock the vault! Hotty toddy!
I'm going to take the next step.
I'm going to bring them to their feet.
I'm going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Build your legacy.
Welcome back to Newswatch Ole Miss.
School is back in session, which means that students are hitting the books.
It can be hard to find a favorite study spot, but luckily, Newswatch reporter Trip Robold is giving us the inside scoop on the best spots.
Let's take a look.
What's up, Revs? I'm Trip Robold, and I'm here to give you the top 5 study spots on campus. Starting off with number 5, the library. Personally, I've actually never studied here, but it seems like a great place to get work done if you're studying for exams. Pardon the difficulties, Rebs, but my number 4 spot, it's gonna be the SMC. It's goated, it's quiet, it's perfect. And now we're at our number 3 spot, the Student Union. Honestly, I've only studied here once, got a lot of work done. It was pretty great, and the AC is awesome in summertime, so keep that in mind, Rebs. All right, Rebs, we're on our number 2 spot, the Grove, under the Walk of Champions. It's perfect, it's beautiful, it's great to lock in and get all of your work done. This is the spot. All right, and now with our number 1 final spot, RH2. Personally, floor 3 is the best. That's where your homie lives. Get all the work done. It's the best spot.
There are so many great spots to study here, especially on campus. I personally go to the Union, I get a little snack, and then I sit down and do my schoolwork. What about y'all? Where do y'all study?
I have to say I keep it classic at the library. What about you?
I personally like to keep it cozy in my dorm.
I think there's nothing wrong with a good coffee shop, you know?
Well, in other news, Girl Scout cookies will have a brand new flavor making its debut this season.
Today, the organization announced a brand new Rocky Road flavored cookie called Explore Moors.
The cookies are said to be chocolate with a marshmallow, chocolate, and toasted almond flavored filling.
This announcement comes after the organization announced they will no longer be offering their tasty s'mores and toasty cookies.
Well, that is all we have for tonight. I'm Alexia Anderchek.
And I'm Margaret Turner with your latest news.
I'm Mackenzie Cox with Stormwatch.
And with Sports Watch, I'm Evan Huggins.
Thank you so much for watching Newswatch Ole Miss, where we keep it live and keep it local.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Good night.